Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny.
JD.
So, Vampire Diaries, Season 4, Episode 22.
Give it to me.
The Walking Dead.
That's a different show.
A different show, by the way, that JD hasn't seen. So if you'd like her to react to it, please let us know, because I want her to at some point, because I love that show. I actually just started rewatching it because I watched the first episode and was like, I've forgotten how much I loved this show.
Oh, I know the premise of it.
Yeah.
Like it's post-zombie apocalypse world or whatnot, yeah. Not much to say. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I mean, we are drawing close to the end of the season. So and we were in the last one so close to that full moon rising. Didn't Bonnie say it was like 2 days away or something? So I'm just kind of like, is it all coming to the culmination for the end of the series? What's going to happen? Yeah. And with like the writing of Vampire Diaries, they're very good at throwing curveballs or things that you didn't see coming or whatnot. So yeah, I'm just really intrigued to see what's going to happen.
Okay. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe in the comments. Yeah, let us know if you'd want to watch reactions to The Walking Dead. I love it so much.
I cannot deal with another good series.
Yeah, we won't be able to get to it right now because
that I would not be allowed to binge. I just want to be able to binge at home.
Yeah, to be fair,
self-discipline.
If we don't have in time to do extra Vampire Diaries, we don't have time for The Walking Dead right now. But
how will we get through it?
Good to know.
Nah, I just want to kill her. It's that simple.
To be fair, plenty of other people in the show have needed, like, I need to focus on a project.
I linked the final hotspot. It's time to drop the veil.
Ew.
It's done. The veil's down.
Are we gonna start seeing some ghosts or what?
You don't realise how much you miss him until you see him again.
Okay, I have a theory. Sorry. So, if Jeremy comes back, as well as Alaric being back, I don't know what's going to happen to them. If it's limited until she closes the veil, I don't know if that's an option. We haven't spoken about her closing it and what that. I don't know. But if for a limited time or however long they're here, what if they are the people that can help Elena get the closure that she's looking for, rather than that she seems to think that by killing Catherine everything will go back to normal, and it won't, because Jeremy still won't be here, Alaric still won't be here, and that's the thing, she's not facing that, she's trying to put a band-aid on a bullet wound, as it were. But what if them coming back, her being able to see him again, hug him, hug him, who knows, you know, so maybe through this veil dropping and all these people coming back, maybe some good can come of it. Yeah. Who knows?
Well, when you think about it, it's the only thing they could have done to Elena to get her to the point of turning it off and unable to get her back on, because Jeremy would have been the key to that. And to her not doing it in the first place would be Jeremy. So
Yeah. And he will come back and remind her of the good parts about herself and their life, and hopefully the things she'll be able to... He'll give her something else to focus on, hopefully, the joy, the memories. And he'll actually shift her focus from it being hate to being, I don't know, just gratitude for what they had. I don't know. But yeah.
It was just to feel something else.
It was just because in that moment we were like, oh my God, Rick. Yeah. And then I was like, that's what she needs. That's what she needs that when she gets to see Jeremy. Because she didn't get any of that closure, did she? No. She wasn't there. She was knocked out. So she didn't even get to see him and say goodbye or anything like that. So...
Now, would Silas know about Locker 42? Hang on.
I just love that it's not like Damon to openly show an emotion of like hugging someone. Like,
where's everybody? I figure with the veil down, it'd be like Ghost-a-Palooza. Well, not every ghost has a reason to come back to Mystic Falls. Just the ones like me, looking after their idiot best friends.
Call him best friend. Ghost-a-Palooza. Ghost-a-Palooza, I like that. Plus, where else has she got to be?
Oh! I wondered if her brothers were going to come back.
Greetings from the dead. So, who fancies a drink? I see you finally got the quarterback to pay attention to you. How's the throwing arm, champ?
Oh! You petty
Don't
bastard.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
So it was Jeremy that
Can't
killed
reach out to
Cole.
kids, see if
Yeah.
breaking my concentration every
Yeah, to grow the tattoo.
Yes.
I have vampire hearing, Bonnie, and there's someone here. Unlink me so that I can go stall them while we wait for Katsia to show up. I'm not letting you go. Then at least give me some slack. Fine, go.
Love the idea that she can have her, like, you know those leads for dogs where you can stop it and let it go a bit.
Yeah. Oh!
Catherine.
Oh no! They're linked completely!
I'll be fine.
Why don't you ever let me help you?
People in this town have a bad habit of turning into vampires, and I'd like to graduate high school as a human.
Just from his point of view, if it's not life-threatening, why risk it?
I was only thinking that he should have her blood if that's going to jeopardise his only shot at college, like football,
Yeah.
because then it would heal much better than it would
Yeah.
naturally.
Caroline, how are you still here?
What?
I have to keep cutting.
What?
Bonnie, are you okay?
Oh!
How did I unlinked her?
Can't seriously coming, Bonnie.
There's the face.
I thought you couldn't get inside my head.
That's what I wanted you to think.
Damn.
You have no idea who I am.
Or what I look like.
Or how deep I am inside of your head.
Imagine.
That's next level gaslighting.
The hunter's curse in
This isn't even about Catherine. This is about Jeremy. What, you think that killing her will take all that pain away? It won't. The truth is, there are no shortcuts. You are a vampire, Elena. Loss is part of the deal.
So there's no hope.
He's right, though.
You're saying
Even as a human, there is no shortcuts for
You're
grief.
saying you have to face your grief.
always trying to help and you're concerned for me. It's just
You're
like,
transferring your rage onto me. That's good.
I don't need to transfer anything. I can hate two people just fine.
I am glad, though, they haven't had her switch back to the old Elena like that.
Caroline, hey,
It would be
snap
unrealistic
Yeah.
for her to be so old Elena with everything that's gone on.
Call Stefan. Tell him about Caroline. Tell him to keep an eye on Elena. God knows he'll do a better job than me. Stefan? Isn't she your girlfriend? Who knows?
That's so real.
Yeah.
We're off. I know she's so.
But then I like that they're letting Elena go through what she's going through and not being like, so which one, which one?
Uncle Bob and Aunt Mary really want you to graduate with both your hands. I need to keep cutting. I need to keep cutting. I need to keep cutting.
Oh! That's a pull yourself together, woman. Did it work?
Bitch! That is the Caroline I know and loathe.
You feel that, Bonnie? The air thinning. Barely enough to breathe.
So weird how he can do like magic-y type stuff.
Yeah.
Still.
Hello, old friend. Guess it's just me against you now.
Oh, wrong time to
Yeah.
pick on Elena.
Bonnie,
She really needs some backup now. Grams?
this is
Yes!
feel the air in your lungs.
I'm glad that, like, 4 seasons in, they can still get her to come back and be
I'm so worried
Grams.
about you,
Yeah.
but you are strong enough. You can do this.
It's always nice to see Grams.
Did you find Silas?
I think for her to hear that from an older, more experienced witch that she trusts, yes, Damon. Do you know what I mean? That would give her the confidence. If Graham says it,
Yeah.
she'll believe it.
No, you're not. I spent more time with sons than I care to admit. There's no way you just came from the school.
I will make the blood clot in your veins. I will make every bone, muscle, and joint in your body turn to stone.
Do we we get to see his real face ever. Ew, that's nasty.
He's becoming his true self.
Oh.
Who exactly might his true self be?
I guess we'll never know.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Two people connecting.
Oh, I hope Jeremy comes back and kicks your ass for a second time.
On the side.
Go ahead. Kill me.
As you wish, darling.
How many times do I need to kill you?
Ooh.
Kill me once, shame on you. Kill me twice, shame on you.
Elena!
We all needed to see him. I mean, even if it's like you get to say goodbye.
You need to get rid of Silas's body.
Well, there's a slight problem, Medusa. Even though you turned him into stone, if he gets one more drop of blood, he's back to his old mind tricks.
Oh,
Drop his
what
body
Bonnie
in
says,
the
Jeremy.
ocean.
Bonnie, I'll give you guys as much time as I can. I have to go put the veil back up.
Can't she, like, lift up the veil but leave a cat flap for Jeremy?
Yeah.
There was someone that I thought I would see today, and I didn't.
Lexi?
You better be me.
You've got to be kidding me.
She looks better every time she comes back.
Yeah.
Thought you were cutting back.
Yeah, well,
I thought you were going to take care of the children. You heard that? Well, that's not creepy.
I found this in Dad got his pocket.
Oh, it's the
Like,
cure.
He's here, and that's the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Get the girl.
You have to put up the veil. Not yet. I have the darkness. I don't.
Oh, that's a shame.
Again, I'm glad they brought it back instead of her just moving on from it.
Who the hell is that?
That is my ex-boyfriend, Alexander.
Oh.
He's a vampire hunter.
Oh, something tells me that Bonnie's messed up the veil a little bit.
We should get out of here.
His mind is currently being blown with modern technology.
Sure.
Oh, all the vampire hunters are back. All of them. Oh, Jesus.
Where'd you go?
Oh, so by her saying I want to keep Jeremy here, she's keeping all the vampire hunters. What did you do?
I'm sorry, Bonnie. The spell. It was just too much.
Oh! So she it killed her?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
God, what a weird experience. But that really was a fuck around and find out for Bonnie.
Yeah.
Shit.
But like I said, I'm glad that they... Because obviously we saw her with the darkness before a bit.
Yeah, and then it suddenly went away.
Yeah.
Right, so it's
And while I understand her taking control of it is one thing.
but it was still there.
It was still there and then she went too far with it. It was, you know...
Interesting. So from what we could see there, because the only people we saw brought back were vampire hunters. So if in some way she said, I want to keep Jeremy here, who is a supernatural being, but as a vampire hunter, it's almost like it's extended to bring back all the vampire hunters. Because those are the only person we see, right? They were all vampire hunters, the people that we saw come back.
Yeah.
You're not answering anything, so there's more to come.
I'm just saying what you've said isn't wrong.
Okay.
They were the only ones we saw.
Okay. There's more. Right, well look, we've got time to fit in the last one, so
We
we've
have,
got to
yeah,
do it. You can't leave me there.
Well, it seems silly with one episode left of a series
Yeah,
not to
yeah.
do it.
But I did like that this series was a good balance of action and then some emotion as well.
This episode
this episode was a really nice bit. Like you said, we saw Rick and Damon back together and a bromance, which was lovely.
What I love with every episode that has involved ghosts is it's always like a, who are we getting?
Yeah.
Who are we going to get to see?
Yeah.
I love that we always get Grams.
Yes.
Because like I said, for someone who we lost in season 1, and Lexi, you know, the fact they always bring them back.
Yeah, it's nice. And
it's
nice,
nice
and
that you
nice
get
of the actors that
yeah.
they're willing to come back.
But I
for
also
that enrichment
think-
of the story. It's great.
And because it adds up, especially with Grams, the idea that she is always looking over Bonnie.
Like your God.
So as soon as there is an opportunity for her to interact, she's there. And
Yeah. And it's a shame that she didn't listen, because I think that there would have been, if she'd have had more time to explain it further, she would have said like it's okay, like this is the balance, this is the way it has to be. However, you have given him time to have a lovely moment with Elena,
Yeah.
and that he can go, and they'll both be at peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than stop forcing for more, which is very much skewing the balance of that's not the way things are meant to be.
Yeah, but let's not forget that back at the season 2 finale, when Jeremy was shot in the chest, and she did bring him back from the dead, even though they
But
said
that
no.
had consequences.
It did, but in her head, it worked then.
Yeah.
So,
But she keeps forgetting the one main thing, I think, that from Witches is give and take, light and dark, there's balance. So
Yeah.
what you take, there will be a sacrifice.
yeah.
Somewhere it needs to balance. And that's what happened last time, and she's forgotten it. That if you do this is too big of a skewed balance, something's got to give, and what's it going to be?
Yeah.
So...
And I would also say, when it comes to killing off characters, killing off Bonnie is a brave move.
Well, I'm waiting to see, like, if that's it. Like, if that is it.
Well, she is dead.
But is she going to obviously be in the next episode as a ghost? Like, what's going to happen?
But I just,
You
I think
know?
that's a brave move
That's
on
bold.
a show.
Because
Where every storyline, she is integral to them defeating.
But she's also the main witch.
Yeah.
So where are we going to get our witchiness? Although, no, because the New Orleans stuff is now from the originals.
And you
so,
can argue another loss for Elena.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's going to happen? I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, some really nice moments in this episode, and then some really shocking moments as well. So
So Rebecca still looking after Matt and trying to be a part of the group.
cute. It's quite cute.
Do you know what? It's interesting because there's that part of me that's like, just be nice to her, let her in. But everyone's had their own issues with Rebecca along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like is that she hasn't gone, well, I've tried and you haven't.
And then given up, yeah.
Yeah. And then gone, like, a bit bitchy. She's almost accepting this is going to take a bit longer.
Yeah.
And more proof than just.
And also I'm glad, because she needs to build that trust and foundation of friendships platonically.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it if she suddenly just jumped into a relationship blooming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. I want her to be on her own for a while and really realise what she wants genuinely, and, you know? Whereas if she was to jump into a relationship, it'd be like, no, this is not your...
And
Relationship is not your sole purpose in life.
And I think she's got a good one in Matt, in the respect that how many guys would have taken advantage of her. In that I could get her to do anything I want because she wants so bad to be in with me, or
Matt's a
the,
sweetie.
taking advantage of all the things she can offer.
Matt's lovely.
When actually not caring about her.
Yeah, which is why when he died in the last episode, I was like, no. Yeah. Anytime someone dies, I'm holding my breath to be like, there's a loophole, there's a spell, there's something, they're coming back.
Like you say, I love seeing Damon and Rick every time. Yeah. Like I said, Damon to react emotionally and hug Rick like that, you don't often see that from Damon.
No.
He usually plays the kind of,
cool-headed.
Why did you even bother coming back?
Yeah.
Like, God.
No.
But to actually hug him and be like, yes.
Yeah. And that's such a bitch, man, that day, because I was just thinking, Rick being down in the basement, Silas looking like Rick, and Damon knowing it wasn't him. Oh, thank God. But then they called him Medusa turning into stone, which is so funny. We didn't see that bastard's face.
No.
He went, like, what a fucking knob. Who does that? What a fucking coward. So now he's turned to stone, and they can drop him at the bottom of the
Yeah,
ocean.
like they were going to do with Klaus.
Yeah, but then but now they've got the cure, the one cure from his pocket. Ooh. Let's see.
I'm always intrigued that Rick gave it to Damon and not to Elena directly.
Maybe he thought he wouldn't have enough time.
Especially considering it wasn't that long. It was last season that he was telling Damon to take a step back from Elena, you know? And now he's like, get the girl.
I loved that bit though when he was like, I thought she was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's so real. It's like someone coming back as in, no, I haven't been here sitting here watching your every move. I've been...
It's like a soap opera.
You know, yeah. But now he's back and he's like, wait a minute, when I left, you two were together. What the fuck's going on?
But I do like that Stefan and Damon are trying to help Elena, and neither of them are broaching the subject. And normally with them, there's a lot of avoidance over the subject. But I feel like right now, they're both a bit like, she's not in her right mind to pick. It's not the priority as to who's with her right now. It's just, let's get her back to herself. Because let's be honest, any decision she makes right now is not...
Her health.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
She's not in her right mind.
Is what needs to come first, which is good of them. Shows, like you say, not taking advantage in difficult situations or whatever. Yeah.
Obviously, we saw Elena go after Catherine.
Yeah. I knew, obviously, it was a distraction for herself.
I was just surprised at how much she was able to attack Catherine, because Catherine's so much stronger. Which is what their fear was about her going after her, was that, one, her emotional state, and two, Catherine is so much older and stronger.
She just catch her off guard.
And Damon said craftier.
Oh, excuse me, maybe she caught her off guard.
Yeah. I would have actually preferred it if they'd have made a point of saying, like, because she's connected to Bonnie, she is weakened.
Yeah.
Or something
she's
like
giving
that.
Bonnie
That
all
would
her
have,
energy.
that would have made more sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Lexi came to see Stefan after all.
Nice.
I like the idea that she was watching, but was be like, oh, he's very busy right now. I'll wait till later. And her suggesting that Caroline is cute.
Yeah, I didn't know how I felt about that. I was like, is the show trying to sprinkle plant seeds for Stefan and Caroline? And I was just like, I really don't know how I feel about that. I love them as besties because they had a really nice friendship there. I don't know if I'd ever
ship them.
Yeah.
I do like, though, that that's such a best friend thing to do.
Wind up.
To be, or just to be like, oh, so you got a new friend? Oh, she's cute. Almost like trying to. So what's the feeling? You know, you're trying to sound them out.
Yeah.
Are they your friend or are they your friend?
Yeah. Or, you know, I guess she's cute. She's not me, but but not in a bitchy way, but in a kind of a jokey way.
Do you know what? It could have been meant a different way. It could have been Lexi being like, she's cute, like she's single. So I'm thinking.
I mean, Lexi's hot. She can get anyone she wants. Yeah. But it was a nice episode, sprinkled with some nice people returning.
Cole coming back for some revenge.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been realistic for them only to get nice people coming back, so it makes sense. And it's very in line with him and his character being like, I've been waiting to fucking get my revenge. He's so petty.
Yeah.
And he's arrogant. Yeah, and then all these hunters. So
I was seeing poor Rebecca when she saw him and being like, oh my god, she's like happy.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, I'm a vampire. It's my ex-boyfriend. He didn't know I was a vampire.
No, and she was happy to see Cole.
Oh, Cole, I'm sorry. Right, yeah. Oh, that was it. For a minute, she was like, my brother. Oh, and he just didn't give a shit about her.
No.
I had that teeny tiny for a split second. She was like, my ex-boyfriend. But then it was like, oh, he's a vampire. He didn't know I was a vampire. I know I'm a vampire. And then,
He did know because he's the one that put them down with the daggers.
Oh, of course, because that was it.
But she wanted to marry him. Yeah,
he knocked her out, and then when she woke up, because that was it, they're all dead. Yes.
Yeah, he betrayed her.
That was it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's weird. This show, man. No one's ever safe. They come back. He's got to be the oldest one there. No, the originals are the oldest. Yeah. Okay, but he's got to be pretty.
Oh no, Silas.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see Ketsia.
I was going to say she never turned up. Okay. Unless she's going to show her ass in this final episode and help Bonnie. I don't know. I really, really don't want the witch storyline to leave. I feel like they have not done it as, like, there's so much more, there's so scope, like, she's not part of a coven or anything.
I know what you mean, like, with witches and werewolves, because obviously you say, like, witches and covens and stuff, and we've hardly met any.
Yeah.
Other than Bonnie, we haven't had any long term.
Are they trying to take it back just to vampire?
And with the werewolves, like, we saw that one pack that Tyler first met, and we've seen hybrids, but we haven't actually seen werewolf dynamics in full force or anything.
No, but I get it. It is called The Vampire Diaries, so if they're trying to bring it back just to vampires, fine.
Not even just vampires, but I think if your focus is those three main characters, if the story doesn't revolve around them, it's always going to be secondary.
Yeah, but how much is there left to do?
But I know what you mean.
They've done a love triangle. What's next?
With Bonnie and witches, that you feel like there's so many places they could go.
Yeah. So if they're just cutting it off and that's it, I'm gonna be like, okay, we'll see. I'll give it a chance. End of this series, beginning of next series, but I will be disappointed if they're not going to explore the witchcraft anymore because I really like that aspect of it.
Okay.
Cool.
So that was our reaction to The Vampire Diaries, Season 4, Episode 21. 22.
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Do you want to do the outro for me? I clearly don't know what I'm doing. That's good. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.